Why haven't we seen VAR deliver us a penalty yet?
I wish I could explain it to you, because we had the referees for 2 hours, and I got the impression that the referees were happy to take questions, but they're more a case of defending their reasoning, why they got things right and why they got things wrong. And I think the ultimate kind of decision was that 11 goals have been ruled out this season, but at some point it will go the other way, and an attacking team will get the benefit of the doubt. A penalty will be given, but they basically set the bar very high, and they want referees and VAR to be as involved as little as possible in the game. So they want the game to flow as much as it has in the past. But I think they're going too far the other way. I think that fans want to see referees go to the side of the pitch to check out the monitor. I think they want to see more communication in the grounds, and at the moment it's not working. They're being too extreme with their interpretation of the rules, and I think they don't want referees to be shown to be wrong.
Mark, you mentioned the monitors and the efficiency. I mean, we haven't seen a Premier League official use a monitor yet, have we?
Absolutely, and that's because they're told to make it as intrusive, as little as intrusive as possibly can. So their idea is that they want the game to flow, and they want VAR to interrupt the game as little as possible. But I think that to make it work for credibility, the fans want to see it in action, because what happens is the referee will be told by the VAR at Stockley Park in Uxbridge that, I think you should have a look at that one. We'll review this, and while the game's going on or while the play's stopped, the VAR referee is saying, yeah, I think that should be a red card, or I think that you should, review that, or that should be a penalty. And the referee's taking the advice of his colleague in Stockley Park. He's not taking the opportunity to decide for himself. Now, whether that's because the referee doesn't want the weight of the decision on his shoulders, but at the minute, they're not going there. We've had 60 games in 6 rounds of football so far, and not one referee has gone to the monitor. So, I think that the Yuri Tielemans incident early in the season, when there was a bad foul, which would have been a red card, that was a perfect opportunity to go to the monitor and say, yeah, I made a mistake, I should have showed a red card. But I think we will see that coming into play. I think the referees and the PGMOL accept that there probably needs to be a bit more, visibility of the situation or of the system. So I think everybody would benefit from the referees going to the side of the pitch and just showing VAR as it works. We saw it at the World Cup in 2018 and then Champions League last season.
Do you know what they're doing? They're doing something I thought wouldn't be possible, which is they're making themselves look more stupid every week as the season goes on, right? I absolutely agree. The referee at the game should referee the game via the monitor if need be. The game should be refereed from sight, from the ground, not from Stockley Park. It should be aided and abetted from Stockley Park, i.e., you need to have a look at this. Then the referee goes across. If it's 30 seconds or a minute, that's what it is. Then he makes a determined decision on what he sees there. Hence, then, the game is refereed still from the site, not from somewhere else. I don't say this very often, but I'd love to be in that room with referees and just say to them, I'd love to sit down and say, listen, here's all these incidents. Sit down and tell me that they are not penalty kicks, right? Because Matt said it was, it was supposed to be a VAR refresher course. The only thing that refreshed them was how bad they've been. And as Oggy said, they're on the defensive. And when they're on the defensive about incidents, that tells you they know it's wrong, right? So you'd be better off holding your hands up. And Mike Riley and all his cronies, Mike Riley who's the head, and say, listen, all this high bar nonsense is exactly what it is. It's a nonsense. And I'll say it for the umpteenth time. There is no high bar. It's a penalty kick or it's not, right? If it is inconclusive, it is inconclusive. There is no bar. It's penalty or not, or inconclusive. It's as simple as that.
Listen, I was involved with IFAB in the early stages of VAR and its testing and its introduction, and everybody, certainly all the referees, felt that the final call rested on the shoulders of the man in the middle, that he was the one to referee the game, and VAR was only there to help out. So if there was something that he had to have a look at, then he should be the one going over to the sidelines. Now, admittedly, every single league, every single FA has their own rules and guidelines and protocols, and England have done it a little bit differently from others. But what I am seeing here, and certainly the evidence points to this, is when you look at the success of goal line technology, it's because whether the ball is over the line or not is subjective. It's not up for debate. And how they're using VAR now is similarly subjective, where it's only about offsides. And whether it's by half an inch or by 2 yards, he's offside, and you can't debate that. But anything that is objective and needs interpretation, then they're taking a hands-off approach, which goes against what it was brought in for. Or if that's the only thing you're using it for, then say that. But don't say that we're using it for both, and then you kind of back away every time. You need to stick your neck out and make an objective call.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.